Hey y'all, it's Leslie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Leslie and I'm super excited that you're here joining me today for this video. Just as a quick preface, I am actually sick right now, and so if my voice sounds a little bit different, that is why. But that's not the point of this video. In this video, it is going to be a vlog slash sit down chit chat as we discuss the trip that me and my family had for my daughter's very first birthday. Her birthday vacation trip, in short. For our daughter's first birthday, we decided to go on a trip and take her to Great Wolf Lodge, which if you don't know what it is a indoor water theme park, and we actually went to the one in the city of Grapevine in Texas. So it was a little bit of a road trip there also. And so I did film some content for y'all, so that's going to be the vlog side of this video, but I am also going to be sitting down here and chit-chatting with y'all about the pros and cons about taking your kids to the theme park, what our experience was with the hotel, and our experience with the food slash the road trip in general. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Come to me and let me know what it is. Yeah, I know.
She asked about if we wanted everything with it, and I said yeah.
Good morning. It is now day 2 of Great Wolf Lodge. I just got myself a little bit ready. We still have the rest of the chaos and the whole day ahead of us. So let's get a jump start on day 2. So here they have a magic quest thing where you can kind of be like a wizard, and they have all of these little interactive things that you can use with your wand to turn it on. And then right here to the left, they have the paw alley, so the bowling alley. And then right here is the creamery, which is where we got our ice cream and sundaes last night. And it's very nice because I have everything like really organized and just cut and clean and everything. Here on the left, they have a laser. And then right here they have, it's called pretzel maker, so pretty much just anything pretzels.
And then right here in front of us, it is the Hungry Wolf Hall. And they have like pizzas and burgers and hot dogs and salads and whatnot. So again, this is really nice, clean and organized. I love how they have a lot of seating and everything. And then actually you order at the kiosk and you pick up like via actual people. Here on the right is Build-A-Bear Workshop. And then right here they have this little mining thing where you supposedly get to mine and you pick out rocks and all this stuff. And you get to get like little monos with it. Right here is the Northern Lights Arcade. This is where we were at last night. And then all the way straight ahead is the entrance to the water park.
All right, so for the theme park itself, the water park and everything that they have for the kids to do, I would definitely recommend for it to be no matter your kid's age, whether you have a baby, a toddler, elementary kid, middle school kid, teenage kid. I feel like they really do have a good job of having something for no matter your kid's age. And thankfully, both of our kids are of an age where they can play generally in the same area. And so it was really nice that they had a baby/toddler friendly section, and that's pretty much where my kids were spending most of their time. It was really nice because it wasn't very shallow, so my son was able to confidently walk around and everything, and even my daughter, she was able to stand, crawl around. And then they also had just all of these really cool interactive things with like the water splashes and the water fountains and the water slides and everything. So I would definitely recommend going if you have a baby and even a toddler. And fun fact, we had actually taken my son to Great Wolf Lodge twice while he was still a baby. We actually went to one in California plus Washington. So this is literally our third location that me and my son have been to. It's just nice to say that they have generally the baseline similar things of like the sections that they have based on your kid's age. And like I mentioned, it was just really nice to have both of my kids in one area for the majority of the time. But you know, then again, my husband and my son, they would just like skedaddle off somewhere and just go and do their daring, dashing, bold things that they were doing together, but obviously still be appropriate enough for my son's age. But overall, both of my kids really loved it. They really enjoyed it. Just once they went inside and hit the water, they were just like completely happy, just so high over the moon, very interactive with the water. And another thing too that I really appreciate about Great Wolf Lodge is that they provide you with towels plus swim vests. And so if your kids don't know how to swim, they provide the life vest for you. And then also too, if you don't bring your own towels, they will let you rent towels out. And I don't think there's a maximum amount of towels that you can rent out in one sitting, but I grabbed 6 and we're a family of 4, and it's just nice to have an extra. But also too, for when I was breastfeeding my daughter, I was able to have that extra towel just to kind of like cover her up, keep her warm, and just kind of cover myself a little bit. And on top of that, they also have a lot of different seating options. Not everywhere is there tables to sit on, but there is a lot of seating options, and they have like different variety of heights for the chairs for you to sit down on, if that makes any sense. Second category is the hotel itself. And so you don't have to stay in the hotel to be at the water park and vice versa, but because we had done the road trip and we wanted to get the most out of the experience, we booked for the water park plus the hotel. And so it is literally all in the same building. It's just obviously the water park and all of the fun amenities is going to be on the first 2 floors, and then the hotel is going to be on the top after that. And so the room that I had booked for my family of 4 is a 2 queen bed room, and I was pleasantly surprised when we walked in and I had seen that there was a whole living room area. They had a table, they had like a little coffee set up, and they even had an extra pull-out bed that you can pull out from the couch. And so that was really nice because I have little kids. My little kids are gonna want to be crawling around, walking around, just being curious and doing this and that in the hotel. And I just really appreciated all the extra space that we were granted with the hotel room that I had. I will say though, I was hoping for a bigger bathroom just because me and my husband, we shower both of our kids together in the tub, and so it can get a little bit cramped up in the bathroom if it's not of a decent size for literally the four of us to fit in the bathroom. But we made it work. We just had the door open and we're still able to obviously shower our kids. It was also really nice to find a microwave plus a fridge in our room. I know sometimes we can have extra things and you're gonna want to have it refrigerated, and then obviously for your food, if you want to warm that up, it is really nice to have that option of the microwave being right there and just being able to microwave your food and have it as like a snack for later or just something for the next day, whatever it may be. The hotel itself, it was very clean, spacious, very comfortable. I felt fine with leaving my important stuff in the room and that nobody was going to try and break in the room and try and steal any of our stuff. And it was also nice that for the pull-out bed, there was extra blankets and pillows for that bed. So for the room itself, I would definitely say that it's worth the money, and it is nice to also book the hotel room if you're going to just be there at the water park. And third, let's talk about the food and the treats that they have available there at Great Wolf Lodge. So for us, and I'm only going to speak about my experience, we only ordered pizza from there plus ice cream. They did have other options like burgers, chicken tenders, pretzel bites, salads. But for us, we were just trying to keep it limited to the things that we were going to be purchasing there, and so we only got pizza and ice cream. I will say the price is a little bit up there, but then again, it is a tourist attractive area, and so the price is gonna match with the place that it is. And so for one big box of pizza, and so for one box of pizza, and it was literally just like a classic pepperoni pizza, we had paid $20 plus we got a drink, and so this rounded up into being like 23 something, just kind of in the mid-20s, obviously with taxes and everything. And just this one box of pizza alone, it did not fill us up, but it was enough to feed us. And so what I mean by that is it was able to feed all four of us, my baby, my toddler, and obviously me and my husband. We were able to get slices of pizza, and if I remember correctly, my husband got 3 slices, I got 2, our son got 2, and then my daughter got 1. And let me just tell you, this pizza is nice and fresh. It was literally so thick, it was so fluffy, it was so warm, the pepperoni was crispy. And yes, ideally 20 something bucks is kind of expensive just for one box of pizza with drinks, but I will say that it was definitely worth the money. The whole system that they have when you go to order at the kiosk and they let you know on the screen when your food is ready, it is all fairly organized and obviously just all technologically advanced, but I would say it was kind of worth it for the pizza. Things are gonna be a little bit more pricier than just your local things, so I would definitely just recommend to save that extra $1 or $2, just because when you get even just the simplest thing, it might be a little bit more expensive than what you're used to depending on the area that you live in. So just be prepared, and you're gonna be hungry because being at the water park definitely works up an appetite for everybody in the family. And so just be aware, and you're gonna eat, you're gonna drink, you're gonna grub, and you're gonna enjoy yourself. And now for the last category, which was the road trip itself. So it was about 5 hours there, 5 hours back, so that was rounding 10 hours total that we had in the car. And we just have a Toyota Corolla, so it is literally a standard 4-door car, 5-seater. We got 2 toddler car seats in the back, and then me and my husband were in the front. And so my husband was driving the whole way. I was passenger princess, but also passenger mommy. And obviously my 2 kids were in the back seat. So unfortunately, my daughter, she did get sick during this trip. And so it was just a little bit more difficult with her. But I feel like if she wasn't sick, then she would have been a little bit better. I will say for the car itself, just be prepared with snacks and drinks and have entertainment. And for the snacks, literally what I packed was Ritz crackers, Slim Jims, and then fruit. Fruit was really nice just because for both of my kids to have just like a light snack, a healthy snack. And then Slim Jims were actually more for me and my husband, just to get that protein in us to help us obviously just stretch throughout the drive. And then the Ritz crackers was kind of like for everybody to have that crunchy texture and a little bit of salt with it. And then for drinks, we just like to carry water just because water is overall the best option. And then for entertainment for our kids, typically we'll have 1 or 2 books and then a handful of toys that we just normally keep in the car. And so pretty much that's what we were just kind of rolling off of. But also too, thankfully my kids were able to get some sleep during the drive. It wasn't the ideal long of a stretch that we were hoping for, but they were able to get some rest while we were on the road. And one thing that does help my kids in being comfortable while sleeping, because let's face it, sleeping in a car seat and just sleeping in a car in general is not always the best. And so whenever we do a little bit of a distance road trip, we will typically have their favorite teddy bear and their favorite blanket. So I would definitely recommend the snacks, the drinks, the entertainment, plus the things that help them sleep, because everybody got to get sleep at the end of the day. And so overall, it was a really good trip that we had. Literally, the only downside was that my daughter got sick. It was pretty bad the night that we slept over, because that's when her sickness kind of peaked and she just kind of broke out in a fever. We didn't really have any medicine for her. Obviously, we're not in our home in the comfort of our own space, so it was a little bit difficult overnight, I'm not gonna lie. And thankfully, at least our son was able to get some rest, but my daughter, me, and my husband, it was kind of a rough night for the 3 of us. But literally, if she wasn't sick, I feel like she would have been so much better, and just the night itself would have been a lot better. But like I mentioned, if you have little kids, whether it be babies or toddlers, I would definitely recommend it, because I feel it's safe to say that it is baby and toddler friendly for your little ones that you may have. And like I mentioned, I have taken my son twice while he was a baby, and then my daughter right now while she's on the verge of being a toddler. But even then, all the times that I've taken my kids to Great Wolf Lodge, they definitely have enjoyed their time. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not subscribed already. If you like my content and want to see more of my content, then you can go ahead and follow me on my other social media platforms. Those usernames will be in the description in the down bar below. And until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!